Today we're talking about how to write better electronic music melodies. Freebeat. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day, so if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Today's patron shout-out goes to Andy Thompson. Thank you so very much for the support. Let's get started. So lately I've been doing a lot of videos on gear. I didn't really plan on it, but in less than a month's time I acquired the Arturia Keylab Essential 61, the PO-133 Street Fighter, and a Synthstrom Deluge. And so it's just kind of been an onslaught of gear videos this past month, on top of, having the new studio space to film them in. But whenever I tend to focus too much on gear, I start to get comments and emails and just, messages piling up asking, okay, well, the gear's cool, but how do I, as a person, write better electronic music melodies? How do I improve my melodic writing? And I usually wind up giving the same answer, so I figured I'd finally make a video talking about it. Now, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, this video is more beginner-focused, and some of you might not even actually like what I have to say, because it essentially just boils down to practice. But there are a few key steps you can take, in my opinion, that will really help you on your way. Also, I do not claim to be an expert in writing melodies. My actual music theory knowledge is, it's probably about freshman or sophomore college level. Nothing crazy. But anyway, let's get into talking about it. So the first thing you're going to want to have is a keyboard. You're going to want to have probably at least a 49 key keyboard. This is a 61 key. Now, it doesn't have to be a fancy controller like this one with all the pads and the knobs and the faders, Your keyboard could be as simple as a $50 Casio. You really just need a keyboard that can play some beats in the background, like some really simple drum beats, and then let you play piano over the top of that. Now, obviously, for today's demonstration, I'm using my Arturia Keylab Essential 61 with a copy of Ableton Live Lite pulled up on the screen, and I just have this basic drum loop going. And then I've got a piano patch pulled up in Arturia's Analog Lab 5 software. But like I said, even the cheapest, Casio keyboard that you found at a garage sale will work, as long as you can play a drum groove and play piano on top. That's all you need. Second, you'll want to actually make sure that you have a basic understanding of major and minor chords, as well as major and minor scales. These are going to be really the building blocks concept-wise for your melodies and chord progressions. Now, I've found two excellent videos on these topics, and I will link them in the description, so be sure to go check those out first before you go any further in this video. So once you've watched those videos and you feel like you have a basic understanding of major chords, major scales, and minor scales, then you can actually start practicing. And really quick, the reason I say that some of you might not like my advice is because practicing is not the most fun thing, but I promise you it is the best way to get better. So what we are going to do is sit down at our keyboard. Again, we want to load up a very basic drum pattern. Again, I'm using this. Then you want to get a very basic, piano or electric piano or just some kind of synth patch that really kind of gives you an idea of every note that's being played at the same time. I do recommend using just a basic piano patch. And now let's go ahead and pick a chord. Let's say C major here. What we're going to do is practice playing that C major in time with the drums every time the loop repeats, so like this. And then we will simply walk down the C major scale in time with the music as well, and we can do that at whatever speed we want. Now, you could omit the drums entirely and just practice going like this. However, I really recommend practicing with some sort of drum loop or even just a metronome. It's just going to improve your playing overall. And by the way, this is not like a how to learn piano video at all. Again, I'm very much a beginner when it comes to actually learning piano and playing piano, but writing electronic music melodies is way different than just playing the piano. So let's go ahead and do this. 2, 3, 4. Nice and simple, right? Let's go ahead now and change up walking down the scale. So instead, let's go... Okay, let's try that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool, just like that, we have a little bit of a melody. Cool. From there, we can continue to just change different notes and see how it sounds. And you can see right there, I started playing more chords there. And what we can actually do is start complicating the left hand a little bit if you'd like. Don't be afraid to take it back down to just simply walking down the scale if you need to. But just work on kind of hearing how these chords and notes all work together. From there, you can literally just start changing whatever you want. Just make sure that you adhere to your basic minor scale, major scale, and you're good to go, really. Don't be afraid to experiment. And, honestly, don't even be afraid to release those experiments. If someone is judging you and you're a beginner, they've got a big problem, not you. So let's play. And there you go. You're on your way to a better understanding of how to write electronic music melodies. And, if something sounds good to you, that's all that matters. So you could sit here and just hammer on this all day long if you like the sound of it. There you go. See, I'm not a piano player. You just have to sit down and start playing. But a basic understanding of the major and minor scales and their differences, as well as their respective chords, really helps. So there's my advice. Get yourself a decent-sized keyboard. I'd recommend at least 49 keys. Be sure that you can play a beat and play some piano sounds over the top of it. Gain a very basic understanding of major chords, major scales, and minor scales, and then just start playing and practicing in those scales. Start throwing notes around wherever you want them. If it sounds good, awesome. If it doesn't sound good, try to figure out why you don't think it sounds good. Ignore the haters, and you are on your way to writing better electronic music melodies. So I do hope you found this video informative or at least entertaining. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, of course, you know where the dislike button is. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you all so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.